Hey there, everybody! Welcome to another episode of WrestleMESS here for your wrestling fans on MidnightCherryTV. Today we've got another Undertaker packed episode of WrestleMESS. If you're new to WrestleMESS, new to MidnightCherryTV, first of all, WrestleMESS is all of this. We've looked at almost all of the stuff here: some trading cards, some toys. We open retro characters of Mattel figures. That's kind of the gear. In terms of figures. So we got Razor Ramon as our current champion, kind of talking to Shawn Michaels. We got looks like Howard Finkel, you dog, over there with the Leonard Blaze. Got Ultimate Warrior body slamming. So we like those kind of newer Mattel, but the retro characters. But I've also have a lot of wrestling stuff here at the archives at Midnight Cherry TV. So from the trading cards to the old school Macho Man with the old school wing belt, to these classic rockers, Ultimate Warrior buttons, to some of these posters. Check out these posters we have here at Midnight Cherry TV. We got some Hulk Hogan, Nasty Boys, Ric Flair, but check out that Undertaker. That's an old school Undertaker fact sheet from an old wrestling magazine. Let's see if we can't pull that off carefully without breaking it. Oh, there goes Demolition. Demolition has fallen, but that's okay. But let's take a look. We got this Undertaker Superstars data sheet, other viewpoints, the Undertaker. But let's see if we can't pop that out and take a closer look at this old school Undertaker action here at Midnight Cherry TV. Still no Undertaker figure. I'm gonna wait until I either find one myself that I like personally that's an old school figure. Or if somebody out there wants to send one to Midnight Cherry TV, I know a few people have discussed that, but let's take a look. There it is. We can. We're dropping everything, but let's put this frame over here. A lot of stuff. This is WrestleMESS. There's a lot of just moving pieces and parts. Let's see if we can't focus back in on a little bit of the WrestleMESS kind of headquarters here at Midnight Cherry TV. But check it out. We've got the Undertaker pull-out sheet from this classic wrestling magazine. I don't know which magazine this is. If you guys know which old school magazine this was, wrestling magazine, let me know in the comments. But look at this old school Superstar Action Gallery, the Undertaker with the red hair. In WCW, Undertaker, then known as Mark Callis, was a member of the Skyscrapers along with Dan Spivey. Those who felt his wrath was Rocky King and Lex Luger. So you got old school Undertaker fighting Lex Luger. Of course, then they got WWF, of course, fighting Jimmy Snuka, Boss Man. So this is from the early '90s. This Undertaker pullout sheet, very carefully. Let's fold it back up here. We try to keep this old school stuff that we like in pretty good condition here at Midnight Cherry TV. Even these new figures we put back, we put the boxes back in good shape. But Undertaker, born 1962, 6'8", 320 pounds, the Pale Destroyer. Favorite arena, Thomas and Mack in Nevada. Favorite wrestler, Undertaker. Hey, so everybody here, welcome to WrestleMESS. We're halfway through, and we've completely broken down the Undertaker's favorite wrestler. The Undertaker's favorite wrestler is the Undertaker. So let me know what you guys think of that one. That's a mind blowing. But most embarrassing moment: losing U.S. title bid to Lex Luger. Interesting. I think that was Mark Callis. But favorite maneuver: Tombstone Piledriver. Ideal night off: sleep, deep sleep. Favorite TV show: Twilight Zone. Favorite performer: Elvira. Turn-ons: Funeral Parlor. Turn-offs: Bright Sunlight and the Ultimate Warrior. Most cherished possession: Paul Bearer. And personal philosophy: bury your foes in the cold, cold ground. So that's a little bit of the Undertaker's Superstar sheet. We'll take a look at the back of it first, but we got some other random Undertaker stuff. So first is we got this like nano figure metal. So this is a metal miniature Undertaker. Let's take a look at that. See if we can't focus in on that one. Of course, there's the paint on that one. See if we can't focus in on that a little bit better. It looks There you go. There's the Undertaker. There it is. There's the focus. The Undertaker Nano, that horrific paint job right there. Looking pretty rough. But we got a miniature, so we got a new Undertaker. Still no figure. We forgot we dropped everything. Everything fell down. Demolition fell down. But we're okay. We're okay here at Midnight Cherry TV with the WrestleMESS. But and then we got this Undertaker fold-out card. We're doing it on this video. We're gonna put this card together, and get yet another viewpoint of the Undertaker. We still have no figure. We've got the casket. We've got Paul Bearer, who's fallen down. Stand him back up, of course. Undertaker's longtime manager, and his favorite possession, most cherished possession, is Paul Bearer, which I was not aware of. Oh God, everything is falling down. Dark Lord Doink was choking out Rick Rude. He can kind of choke him out again. Doink always always up to some mischief here at Midnight Cherry TV. If you're not aware, he's got this cloak, the shovel. Arn Anderson is in the casket here. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That's WrestleMESS. It's a mess here. At least the title belt is still in good condition. We put Paul Bearer there. That's the problem with these figures. We got too many of them, but we want more. We want more retro figures. We need a Macho Man to go with that Warrior. We need a Hogan to go with this Bruce Beefcake. We need a Virgil. We need a Virgil too here at Midnight Cherry TV. So eventually, maybe even a Bam Bam Bigelow to fight this SummerSlam, I believe, '93 Doink. But good stuff here. So we'll let this just sit there. It's another catastrophic WrestleMESS, which is kind of the point. But let's take a look. The Undertaker fold-up card. Superstars. What is that? No, Rumble pack. Uh-oh. So I know we've got one of our viewers here. The Rumble pack. Collect all 9 pop-up cards. Instructions. Pop out the WWE Superstar. Leave them attached. Fold card. Okay, let's see if we can't do this correctly. So there's a fold. There's a fold. That's a dangerous one. That's kind of a questionable one. That kind of got a little bit destroyed, but I guess. Okay, I see how this is working. I see what they're putting together here at Topps WWE from 2011. Oh God, that's WrestleMESS. You watch me struggle with my hands putting things together. Sometimes it's smooth, sometimes it's not, and that's kind of the fun of WrestleMESS. People love the airs of Midnight Cherry TV. But let's see if we can't. There it is. Can't get that. I think this is just not. There it is. There it is. We're almost ready, guys. We're almost ready. We still have no figure of Undertaker. We got all this dumb stuff like this trading card, but thank you to the friend of Midnight Cherry that gave us this. But all right, there it is. Undertaker card. All right, exhausting, frustrating. But I'm not a child. It can be hard to make these little toy things. But Undertaker. Looking like the probably 2010 Undertaker, 2009, something along those lines. But pop-up card. So we've got that actually looks kind of cool. Let's see if we can zoom in on that for you guys watching. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that pop-up Undertaker. That's kind of cool. I'm enjoying that. That cool stuff right there. But Paul Bearer laying on the ground. But you know what? I wanted to finish off by reading. Check out these viewpoints on the Undertaker. This is how old this is. Most people would talk about the Undertaker, and you'd talk about Shawn Michaels or McMahon or Ric Flair, or any of these more kind of they're not going to talk about Hogan as much. They're not going to talk about Ultimate Warrior, which is kind of this era. But also his WCW memories are still pretty fresh in a lot of people's minds. But we got General Skandor Akbar. Don't believe Percy, I mean Paul Bearer, or anybody else who has tried to manage this man. I was Undertaker's manager in 1989 in the USWA. Called himself the Punisher. He was a rookie then. Wow. So any success the Undertaker has in the WWF owes to his genius, General Skandor Akbar. We got Dangerous Dan Spivey, his former teammate with the Skyscrapers when he replaced Sid Vicious. Um, Pretty good friend of mine, he says. Frankly, I always thought he was a million laughs. Now he comes out of the ring with this Paul Bearer goon, and Mark's face is as white as a ghost. Something's gotten into him, and I don't want any part of whatever it is. So everybody's cutting a promo, hoping they get to the WWF money of the 90s at some point. Kevin Eric wrestled him a lot of times. Reminds me of the Spoiler in the way he can walk across the top rope. Pretty damn impressive for a guy who's 6'8" and 320 pounds. Claw hold, heart punch. So Undertaker, the old school claw hold and heart punch moves. Terry Gordy had some words about Undertaker back in the day. This dude took me on in Texas a couple years ago. He was big and strong, but he didn't have any guts. Half the time he's been running from the ring in terror. Terry Gordy calling Undertaker out like a little wuss. You know, we don't want to get struck for profanity here on Midnight Cherry TV. It was obvious right from the get-go that this man needed some help in becoming a top contender because he was never going to be able to depend on his own courage to get the job done. Now he looks like the best-dressed kid out late at night on Halloween. This guy would never make it in Japan. Terry Gordy, the balls on the old school vet Terry Gordy. That is amazing. Terry Gordy, a forgotten name for a lot of people, but good Lord, calling Undertaker out like probably few have called out Undertaker this aggressively. Too bad they never got that match. And then Paulie Dangerously, who would become Paul Heyman. This is back in the day. Paulie Dangerously. I'm going to close out this episode of the Undertaker themed WrestleMESS. We looked at this card. We looked at this little metal figure. Paul Bearer and Bobby the Brain Heenan were fighting and they fell on the ground. But Paulie Dangerously's words on the Undertaker in the early 90s. I managed Undertaker's Mark Callis in WCW back when I tried to lead this guy to glory. He was beaten by Sting, Lex Luger, even Junkyard Dog. He goes to the WWF and the champion Hulk Hogan hits Undertaker in the face and Undertaker doesn't even flinch. It just goes to show you that the competition in WCW is the best anywhere. A guy I couldn't get into contention becomes a WWF superstar. Looks like Undertaker's one guy who's better off dead, eh? So Paul Heyman sounded a little Canadian with the A at the end, but Paulie Dangerously, Paul Heyman, and Terry Gordy calling Undertaker like a few have back in the 90s in this Undertaker-themed pull-out sheet from back in the day. So a fun time, guys, here at WrestleMESS. So I want to thank you guys for coming. We looked at this little metal figure, looked at this card and the superstar sheet, and of course we've got Razor Ramon as our current champion. If you want to see a new champion, make sure you leave a comment. But let me know what your thoughts are on the Undertaker. This is now the second Undertaker-themed episode here at WrestleMESS. Next week we're gonna finally open another Mattel figure. So we've got a vintage, not a vintage, but a retro character, a classic legend in modern day Mattel Elite form. So we're gonna open up one of those. I hope you enjoy this little bit of a weird look at what else we have here at WrestleMESS. These kind of strange things. And come back next week for another episode of WrestleMESS here at Midnight Cherry TV. Be sure to hit subscribe, hit the like button, and check out more videos from Midnight Cherry TV.